Hey everyone, it's very nice to see everyone here again. I see some familiar faces. Hi Scorpion, hi Kotex. If you are new here, remember to subscribe, hit the subscribe button so you won't miss out the live stream every time. And yeah, so we have seen that BTC hits 38K yesterday, while ETH is hitting 2100 yesterday. But yeah, I guess we didn't expect that to be happening in the past few days. But I guess there are people in the market expecting that there are more and more money flowing to crypto market. So yeah, let's welcome Jay to explain why there's a huge rally in Bitcoin and ETH and all other altcoins, and let him introduce some of his trading strategies and also his predictions on the futures market. Yeah, let's welcome Jay. I think you're muted, Jay.
Oops, my bad. Hey everybody, it's Jay here, and here for another live stream on this beautiful Friday. Hope everyone's having a nice week. So Bitcoin's been going up, altcoin's been rallying. I hope everyone's being long and making a lot of money. And so basically this week, as always, if you guys have any questions, leave it in the chat. I'm gonna go over it. But the main focus for this live stream is going to be just looking at some news and looking at some data on why Bitcoin is going up and basically the participants in this rally. And then after that, I'm basically going to go into a strategy that whole I think next week we're gonna do more of a longer live stream or video on this particular strategy, but it's actually the strategy that one of our other traders, Eddie from Asia, mentioned to me. And it's not a strategy I use often. It's more trend following strategy, but it works well in the crypto market, especially when we're in a bull market. So I'm sure you guys will enjoy that. We're gonna take a look at that, and I know a lot of guys like Slava here, always want to trade the hottest coins and follow it up. But to me, sometimes when the altcoins is like up 100%, I don't really want to get in on it, right? Because I want to wait for a pullback to support. But with the trend following strategy, it's easier to get in on these trends, and you guys might like and enjoy it, and making me make some money from this strategy as well. So yeah, so let's get started. If you guys have any questions, as always, drop it in the chat. And before we start, give me a like and give us a subscribe so you guys are alerted to this. And we're gonna get into this strategy later on in the live stream, and you guys let me know how you like it. All right, I'm gonna share my screen. So first things first, we always start off with some news, and we're gonna get this part quickly over with. See if I can add my screen to the live stream.
Give me a second. Okay, can you see it?
Yeah, I see it now. So, Fed Chairman Jerome Powell had a conference he was speaking at a conference, I guess, and he was basically walking back his comments from the FOMC meeting. He's being a little hawkish, saying that financial conditions are too loose and he might need to do more rate hikes and things like that. That didn't really affect the crypto market much. It kind of affected the traditional equities market a little bit. He did this. We've been having a pretty crazy rally after the FOMC meeting, because people were thinking that interest rate hikes were done with, and what that means is looser financial conditions and markets go up because we get easier credit, right? So Jay Powell doesn't really want that to happen. I think Nvidia went up like 20% in the past week, so that's adding like I don't even know how much, like a couple $100 billion into the economy, right? Because the market cap went up, people who are holding the stock are 20% richer, and so that's not what he wants to see. So he wants to put a little stop on that, and that's why I feel like he's been, trying to walk back some of his statements. But right now, that has no effects on the crypto market, but it is something to watch. And what else is happening? So, Ethereum's been catching up. I remember last week we talked about how, I personally sometimes it's just easier to trade the strongest asset, but myself, I still went in Ethereum just because, kind of like being a hypocrite to what I'm saying. But I still really like the catch up trade, even though it is easier and most of the time a better idea to just trade the stronger asset. And we'll go into that a little bit later on. But, Ethereum did have this crazy God candle last week. I guess this is on the backs of, BlackRock's having a plan to make a Ethereum ETF. And I think that was one of the main reasons driving the price action. But so Ethereum, very strong. Ethereum is catching up. The Ethereum BTC pair is doing well as well. And this is putting some fire into altcoins for sure. All right. Hello, Diego. Hello, Abraham. What's up, guys? And Slava. Shout out to Slava, Kotek, Scorpions. As always, thank you guys for coming. And so let's see what has been kind of driving this Bitcoin rally, right? So if you guys take a look at my chart on the screen right now, this is the 3-month annualized basis. So it's basically just the premium that futures traders are paying over a yearly period in order to be long Bitcoin futures contract. And this is the highest it's been since basically almost 2 years ago. And what this means is that futures traders especially are feeling very, very bullish on the market, or else they wouldn't be paying almost 15% annualized basically interest just to be long, to take some leverage long, right? And we can also see this in the options statistics as well. So I don't know how familiar you guys with options, but we always talk about options on the live stream. But so basically the skew is to the upside, meaning people who are bullish, they want to buy calls, right? And they are paying more. So when they're skewed to the upside, it means that the volatility to the upside, so the expectation is to the upside. And then when it's a positive number, so throughout the past year or even more, we can see a lot of negative skew. For example, in July and January, we can see negative 25. So this is one of the first times we had a positive skew since 2 years ago. So we got positive 10 around the 30-day expiration for the contracts, meaning that prices, options traders at least are expecting prices to go up. And of course, that's a good thing, right? We got bullish futures traders, we got bullish options traders. So a lot of people say this rally kind of looks like the previous rally where we just go up a certain amount and then we kind of like retrace back, have a big consolidation and big downwards. I mean, if we look at the chart, right, a lot of people says, it looks very similar to this rally right here, this one right here, right? We, what is this, March? So the March rally, we go up and then we have a long period of, consolidation. And, it looks very similar right now, right? We have this big move, quick move up, consolidation. We got a breakout of the consolidation, and then we, go sideways. But back then, we didn't have the support of, we didn't have this much futures traders feeling bullish as well as options traders feeling this bullish. So it's just adding points, to the bullish side of for the Bitcoin. And one more thing is, I don't know if you guys are subscribed to the newsletter. See, can you put a link in the chat? I'll send you the link, or you can just get a link. But this was published Monday, And on the technical side, we said there was a bullish pendant, right? And we break out from 35.50, we're probably going to move higher. And obviously, you guys seen what happened on Bitcoin. We broke out of 35.50, and then we moved to 38,000 at the high. So if you guys are following this would have been a nice trading idea to follow. But besides that, one of the reasons we were, feeling very bullish on Bitcoin was that a lot of institutional, or what we kind of see as institutional money, is coming in. And so this is all part of the newsletter published basically Monday, 5 days ago. So if you guys read it, you would have been well positioned. So basically, for the CME, which is the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, which is one of the oldest and largest commodities exchanges in America. So basically, all the institutional money will go trade there instead of, let's say, Coinbase or Pinex or whatever, because most of the institutions have very strict regulations, and they trust the CME more, right? So if you look at the futures open interest, it increased from 2 billion to 3.5 billion, right? So that's almost a 100% increase. But then if you look at the open interest of, let's say, OKX and Binance, there was very little increase, maybe like an $8 billion increase. It's around almost 30% versus the 100% increase within the CME. So, to me, what this is saying is that it's a lot of institutional money coming into Bitcoin. And, that makes me bullish, because institutional money doesn't really trade in and out, right? Just like retail traders. So this is saying to me that there is more capital flowing into the markets, right? And that's what we want to see. Real capital flowing in, and not just people rotating from altcoins into Bitcoin, into Ethereum. And then it's just kind of like a musical chairs game to see who's holding the bags, right? And we don't want that. We want new money coming into the market. And that is what we are seeing, or what we think we're seeing, right, from the data that is presented. So same thing right here. CME usually listed for number 5 or number 6 for open interest on futures volume. It is actually number 2, right behind Binance right now. And that is another sign that lots of institutions are entering the market. All right. Now let's go into some charts. All right, before I go into charts, anybody have any questions or need any clarification or anything like that? If not, I will go into, I guess, the trend following strategy for you guys. I know I went over that pretty quickly. I think I talked a little bit too quick, but excited to be here, excited to be talking to you guys. So let me know if you guys need me to repeat anything or anything like that. I know I went over a lot of stuff very quickly. And thank you, Diego, for saying you love the research, man. That's great. Hopefully you follow the trading idea we listed in there, because I guess that one was that one was a pretty good hit. 48K or 38K? 48K is honestly, 48K, we could see 48K if we just kind of like, because Bitcoin kind of have these crazy moves, right? It's just like, if you look on the monthly chart for Bitcoin right now, we broke back into the range, right? 31,000. And this is very bullish. A big FU candle on the monthly that closes and then follow through, right? So this is looking very, very bullish. And usually what happens for Bitcoin is, we break into a range and we go to the other side of the range. So 48K, I could definitely see that, but I'm not going to do any predictions, especially on price targets. So what's very useful is to, have a trend following strategy like the one I'm going to be talking about very soon. when trading a pair like XLM USD, how come I need to add USD and not be able to start the trade without having the bot? Scorpions. I guess like I think if you're adding USD to trade, because it's if you're adding XLM, you would have to sell it into USD and then add money in. I can you add both coins? I haven't used the bot in a little bit, so I'm not too positive. I usually add USD and I don't add the coin in. I guess it's fine either way, but that's just the way we made it. You just add a USD and it's just simpler. Because if you add XLM, you have to sell XLM for USD. So I guess it's just a decision that we made. All right. So I see a lot of new people joining, so let's go into what we're going over right now. You guys joined at the perfect time. We're gonna go over the trend following strategy and the difference between the way I trade, which is more of a conservative strategy, versus a trend following strategy where you can make, let's say, 100x or 50 to 100x your money. So let's start with an example. I remember a lot of people ask me about Solana, right? And then a lot of the times I say, Solana is very strong, but it is very hard to get into this trade. I think someone asked about it back when it was at 33 or maybe 40, right? I'll just talk about it when it was at 40. We'll talk about it like over here when prices were over here. All right. So usually when you're doing a trend following strategy, first you have to identify the strongest coin, right? To identify the strongest coin, first of all, is obviously the percentage gain that it's doing, right? So also when you look at the chart, it should be stronger than other coins. So for example, when you compare Solana with some random coin, let's say a weaker coin. Let's say okay, Neo is not a good example. Let's say like sushi, right? If you look at sushi, the sushi price has not even broken above the 2023 high, right? So sushi is basically at the lowest of the low. And it's just like coming with a little bit of rally, right? So there's a lot of resistance above. There's a lot of sellers above, right in this zone, right? Lots of people bought here and they're stuck in this trade. So when sushi comes up, it's facing a lot of resistance. So there's more sellers, there is more supply above, right? And not a lot of open space. But if we go back to Solana, right? Solana, it broke through its 2023 high, and it's actually right now, at least, it's back to its July highs, right? So there was a bunch of supply in this area, but Solana reclaimed it. So now there's a lot more open space above, and people are in profit, right? When they bought anywhere in this whole area. So how can you catch this move when Solana already went up? Let's see how many percent, right? Let's say just from the bottom. Let's see, Solana's already up 100%. So how can you get in on this trend? All right. So after identifying one of the strongest coins, which is Solana right here, because of the reasons we just went over, and comparing it with other coins, this is way farther and way above the previous resistance of Solana of itself, right? So after identifying this, we want to go down onto the 4-hour chart or the hourly chart. That part is up to you. So let's say you don't know what's happening yet, right? You don't know that prices have gone up, right? So let's just blank that out. And all you see, let me see. All you see, actually, give me a second. Like all you see is this part so far, right? All you see is this part. So how do you get in on this trend? Because you think it's gone up too far, right? So with my trading style, actually, I'll talk about my trading style later. So what you want to do is you want to find, let's say you don't see any part of this, right? So with my trading style, well, I mean, with the trend following trading style, what you want to do is you want to find the top, right? You want to find the top, the previous top, and then you want to mark that, and then you want to mark the bottom as well. So I'm going to make this one in, let's see what color. I'm going to make it in like pink. So it's like very easily, I'm going to make it like super big. Actually, yeah, I'm going to make it in blue. All right. So this, let's just like, this is the top of the range, right? This is the top of the range. You don't know prices are going to go up, but you know, this shit's already up like 100%, right? So you find the top of the range and then you find the bottom of the range. Let's say this stuff hasn't happened yet, right? And then what you want to do is you want to place an order. Actually, let's say this has happened. My bad. Some of this has happened, right? We got this big move up. So what you want to do is you want to place an order at the top of the previous high, which is marked in blue right here, and then your stop at the bottom, at the most recent bottom, right, which is at $28. The top is at $30. And then you want to, let's make a long position. So let's say we enter right here. You want to measure it. And then the target, honestly, the target doesn't matter too much as long as there's enough space above that makes sense, at least like a 2-to-1 risk and reward ratio. So you just wait, you just place the limit order right here. You know, you put your stop in, and then, you know, you leave your target. So most of the time you feel like you're kind of chasing because it's already up 100%, right? But what you're doing is this is the strongest coin. So the idea is that this will continue going up and you want to get in the strongest coin, right? So you're sacrificing, maybe your hit rate isn't too high. This doesn't work well in a bear market, but in a bull market, you know, crypto, if you guys have been around, most crypto will go up like, especially small coins, like 2x, 5x, 10x, like no problem, right? That's what you want to be hitting. So instead of having a price target, you want to keep on moving your stop up when the prices, when you get in the trade and prices now start moving your way. So in this example, okay, prices come down, hits your entry at the top, right? So you enter at 30 and then your stop is at 28. Let's just say 28, right? And so now you're in the trade. Now you're in one of the strongest coin, right? Sure, there's a chance that it might go to 28 and let's say the whole market kind of turns down, then you know you lose a little bit of money. But you know that's trading, right? That's the chance you have to take to make that 5x, which is losing 6%, right? So as we see, boom, price moves up from where we entered. We get a little retrace, we get a little consolidation, but prices have been pretty steady and it's still in an uptrend because you can see the lows getting higher and the highs getting higher. So in this scenario, when you see this kind of big candle, sometimes I also like to incorporate volume into it just to see where to move up the stops and things like that. So example here, right? We get a big volume bar. So what you can do in this scenario is move your stop up move your stop up to the bottom of this range. So now you have a free trade, right? Now you have a free trade because you moved your stop up to your entry. All right, so let's continue on. Let's continue on to see where this goes, right? And then boom, boom, boom. Prices keep on moving up, keep on moving up, keep on moving up, right? In this scenario, I probably move my stop up again to the top of the previous range because we just keep on making higher lows. And then boom, boom, boom. We get this big spike up to 46. This is already like a, you know, I don't even know anymore, like a 10-to-1 risk and reward ratio. And, you know, in this case, we can move the stop up again because this is getting pretty risky. Probably move it up to here, a previous high. And then we just keep on following the trend. We don't do anything and we just keep on holding it. And, you know, we get this little higher low here. We get a bounce, probably move the stop up to here. And then we keep on following this trend up, right? It doesn't matter, right? If we get stopped out, we're still deep into profits right now. I don't know how much. Let me see. 22% into profits right now, right? So we can, if you want to move it up tighter, at this point, you can probably move your stop up to 48 and your entry was 30. Right. So you're already up like almost 50%. And that's it. And you just keep on moving it higher, and waiting for prices to break below the support, right? The previous highs. So that is one of the best trend following strategies. Especially, it's very good. It's like one of the best things for the bull market, right? Because you're riding the strongest coin, and you're getting in on the strongest coin, and you're trying to go for that 2x or 5x profit, right? You're not just going for the little bitty 10%, right? This is you're trying to make life-changing money off this. But so how is this like? This is a different style than what I used to trade, right? Because when I trade, I don't like buying up here. It's scary, right? Because you're buying super high. This is like super high right here. I don't know if you guys see it, like right here, right? This is like super high already. It's already up 50%. So for my type of trading, it's more like a sniper, because I'm trying to get the best entry and get out, just getting a little piece of that action. But versus the trend following, which is really you're trying to capture the whole move. You could lose a lot of times, but when you win, you cover all those losses, right? So, for example, one thing I said, I remember Slava asked this. I said I would enter Solana. Let me get the marker up. Like, if we get a false breakdown of 38, and then we get a reclaim, and then I probably enter right here, and then probably sell it at 50, right? So obviously this works too, but it's just more of a very strict risk and reward ratio, but also a very, I mean, compared to the trend following strategy, a very small profit, right? We're just capturing one section. We're like waiting for the perfect entry, and then we get in, and then we get out at the target, right? So it's very like a sniper type of trading style, while the trend following is more of a, we just get in YOLO, but we're trying to capture most of the profits, which actually works out really well in the bull market, because crypto in the bull market goes up, and it trends, right? As you guys can see, I mean, Solana, right? It trends. When it goes up, it doesn't come down. So this is what you want to see. Does anybody have any questions on what I just went over? And trust me, guys, if you guys don't know it, you guys should definitely try this strategy out. It is pretty awesome, and it's pretty great. It makes a lot of sense logically too, right? You want to be in the strongest coin, which just means it has the because the strongest coin has all the money in it, right? Why is it going up? All the money is going into it. That's why it's going up. So why would you want to trade something weaker? It doesn't make sense, right? The strongest coin usually continues up. Unlike stocks, where it's also strongest stock keeps on going up, but it's more steady. It's a lot of times it's more steady. But in crypto, when the bull trend comes, it's going up. Like, the money's flowing in, it's going up. More of you are like, oh my god, I'm missing out on the Solana, I'm missing out on this engine, whatever, right? You're gonna hop in, it's gonna boost it up, and it's just gonna be more money flowing in. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? The more it goes up, the more people want to get in on it. And honestly, you can just like, one way I filter it is you just go get all the coins, right? You put all the coins in a well, there's tools for this too. You guys can just Google it, right? Like what's it called? Crypto filtering stuff, right? And then you just go to a percentage change by day, and kind of just go through the list. So I got a big list, and I will just categorize them, go through them, and see which one's strong. So Solana, like if you guys missed it, right? Solana is strong because is above all the previous resistance, such as the 2023 yearly resistance. So that makes it strong. Versus let's say ARK is strong. Why? Because it's well, this is a new coin, so it's not a good example. Let's say Engine, right? Engine is strong. Why? Engine is strong because it's way above its 2023 yearly resistance, and it's above its 2022, almost the 2022. Oh yeah, 2022 high as well. So this is really strong, right? Engine is really strong, even stronger than Solana technically. yeah, so same thing. You just want to, after you find that, you just want to, dive into it. And for the trading, 1 hour or 4 hour, and then just get in on the previous high, risk the previous low. For example, right here, this is a high at 1070 and this is a low at 1013. And then you just follow the trend up. You just want to get in on these strong coins and follow the trend up. And that is it. And obviously, these coins more money than Bitcoin. Even though Bitcoin is strong right now, we can see a lot of these altcoins are a lot stronger.
Okay, Jay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna interrupt. I think this strategy is might be a little difficult to understand at the first time. So, do you mind if you give an example, such as Solana right now, like what the range, the lowest, the stop loss price, and the go in price, and the like just this right now, like take an example of if we want to get in Solana right now, like what the price range we should choose if we use trend following strategy.
Sure. So I wouldn't get in Solana right now. You don't want to get in after like these huge God candles because there's a very high chance it's going to pull back. For example, right here, we get some big 20% candles, like we pull back very heavily, right? So let me see if there's anything else. INJ is strong. Let's see. So yeah, sometimes these strong tokens are very strong, but then it is a little bit. I would feel like this is a little bit overdone just because of like how much has been up, and I would hop in on something that's a little bit, still strong, but kind of hasn't went up that much yet. So Link looks good. And it's been chilling. So for example, let's just use Link. Okay, so Link on the daily looks good, right? It's above the 2023 highs, and it's reclaimed a very important resistance. Let's see how much is up. Link is up 100%. Okay, let's dive deeper into it. We can go on the 4-hour chart. On the 4-hour chart, let's go on the 1-hour chart.
So Diego asked, like, what time frame you usually use to find the range, I guess.
Find the range 1 hour and 4-hour. And then on the daily, you can just see the general range, like the general trend. So on Link, it's a little bit hard right now. Let me see if there's anything else. Let me see if there's anything else. So let's see. Let me see. All right, let's just do Rune. Let's see if Rune can. Let's see if we can find something easier on Rune. All right, so Rune, right? So on Rune, we have these two tops right here, and we're breaking out, right? We're breaking out, and then we have the bottom right here. So we identify the top and the local bottom, which is right here at $3.75, and the top at $4, right? And we're breaking out. So what you want to do is we just want to buy it around $4 because that's the top, right? And this coin is strong. And then put stop losses under 375. And let's see how much space this coin has to the upside. And Rune is strong because we're over the 2023 highs, way above that, and also the previous resistance in August of 2022. So after $4, after $3 actually, we have all this space up to $6. I would say up to $6, right? And for the what my coworker, this is his strategy that he learned from someone else, right? Like even like there's no targets basically. We're following this up, and we keep moving the stop loss up as it makes these new ranges. So we have a lot of space to the upside, $6, and our stop is only 5%. So this gives us a risk and reward ratio of almost 12-1, right? So basically, we think that Rune is strong based on its chart and technicals, and we just want to get in on this trend. And how do you get in on this trend, right? Basically, what we described: you find the top, and you find the recent top and the recent bottom for the range. And then you get in at the top when it pulls back to the top, and you put the stops at the bottom. I think that's pretty simple. Please let me know if that's not clear.
It is clear to me.
Okay.
One more thing I want to ask, like, how do you define a recent bottom and recent top? Like,
You just
how
want
long
something
is
flat. You just want something flat, to be honest. Like, this is a
like
recent top
sideways?
breaking out. Yeah, like some sideways action. So if we go back to Solana, right? I just think Solana is like really clear. For example, this hasn't broke out, even though it's up 100% already. It's not like, I don't know, it hasn't had these God candles. So we got a top, we broke out, we broke back in, and then we broke out again. So this is a pretty clear breakout, right? Right here on the floor, or we can go to 1 hour. On the 1 hour. And it has pretty good volume, got a pretty big candle breakout. So obviously sometimes it doesn't pull back and you just miss it, but that's okay. It's just part of it. But this is a top, right? We got 1 test, 2 tests, 3 tests, false breakout, 4 tests, and then we broke out 5 tests. So we want to place the buy order at 30 and the stop at the low. The low is obviously just the recent low. It's just right here, right? This is the low right here. And so that's how you identify it. Obviously sometimes it's kind of like goes sideways and it doesn't work as well. For example, let's say you didn't get in on this one, but you're looking at it right here. So it kind of works, but in the sideways, but you're going to be sitting through it. So for example, you think this is the top right here, right? And then the bottom would be, let me see. Actually, this would be the top right here because it's like 1, 2, 3, right? 3 tests, got a pullback. And then the bottom would be the pullback right here. So the stop would be here. Wait, this is the one I just drew. Oh my God. That one looks too good. So, all right, I'm trying to not do that one. All right, let's say you missed that one. So this is the top at 31. And then the bottom, you would choose the recent low, which is at 29. And you can do the same thing, right? So this breaks out of the top, and you place a buy order at 31. So it pulls back, you buy at 31, and it kind of goes back into this range, but it creates a higher low, which means it's strong, right? So it doesn't hit the stop, and it kind of just like kind of consolidates and keeps on going up. So you can find the top at multiple places. Some will be better than others, but if the trend is strong, you're good, right? You're in the clear. I hope that was clear. Slava wants to see XRP. I'm going to pull up XRP. Let's take a look at XRP. Yeah, I mean, XRP looks strong. XRP looks good. It's just got, it's just still below its, loss to win. So, there are resistance above, but overall it looks good. But see, for this one, it's not the strongest trend, right? Versus Solana or Engine or the other ones that, or Link, this is not the strongest trend. So I don't know. You can still use the same strategy, but just because it doesn't have the strongest trends, it might stop you out. So that's why it might not be great using that strategy I just described. So for example, on XRP here, Yeah, on XRP here, it might be harder because it's not the strongest uptrend, right? So like this, there's a low here, and then it kind of broke the low. On the other ones, it's just like straight up. So for XRP, I wouldn't be as confident in this strategy that I just shared. But I can still look at it, from my point of view, just for a regular strategy or regular entry. Let me take a look. So XRP is obviously strong. Too bad it broke under. It's under 70 cents or 67 cents. It pulled back to the 9 EMA, and it had pretty strong selling volume today and yesterday. If you really want to trade XRP, Slava, this one's actually kind of hard. It's kind of hard for me to say. For this one, personally, I would just do some type of trend following. Like obviously, this is still in an uptrend, right? And we have higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. If we just ignore this one right here, right? So this is still in an uptrend. So Slava, I would just buy it when it hits the trend line, and just get out. Just give it like a little bit of just a little bit of space. Maybe like let me see, maybe like 3% or 4%, and just wait for this to break out of this triangle right here. That's what I would do on XRP. For the trend following version, it wouldn't. This is more of a basic trend following. It's just like, oh, if it hits the trend line, then we go up. But then later on down the road, let's say it does something like this, right? It goes up, blah blah blah, and then it breaks the trend line. Then I'll just get out. So I would just do a very simple trend line following play here. I guess is another version of trend following, but this is way simpler. But also, it might not work out as well just because XRP doesn't have the strongest trend right now. What's up, Marcin? How you doing? It's been a minute, I feel like. USDT BTC inverted graph. I have not seen that. Isn't that just Bitcoin USDT inversed? Doesn't it just look like this, but inversed? I'm pretty sure I can inverse it on right here. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I see it. It looks. Yeah, it's been a while. Thanks for dropping by, man. Yeah, I mean, it looks good. It looks good to the downside, which is the upside, because I inverted it. Yeah, this looks great. It looked like a bear flag, and then boom, we broke out of the bear flag. I feel like we still got a little bit to go. The measured move for the bear flag is 17%, 5,000. The measured move is to 40K basically if this thing reaches its target. And it's looking like we're slowly going to 40K as well. And while Bitcoin is slowly grinding, we got all these altcoins popping off. So these are all the strong ones that I would recommend you guys watching: Solana, Arc, Engine, Illuvium. I don't know why Illuvium is so strong right now. It's just the game, and it's a very shitty game. Gas for Neo. There's been some news around Neo, and Link has just been strong. Rune, BLZ, it's been okay. BLZ's been okay. It's not as strong as recent, and BTC. And some wild card ones that I've been watching, I like. It's that's not really a trending play. Pepe, it hasn't been really strong, but I just really like this chart pattern. It's kind of like a cup and handle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then boom. And this is good risk and reward. I got a good entry on this already. You could still enter if you like, right? On this breakout. If it's a strong breakout, you can still enter right here. And the risk and reward ratio is pretty good. What is it like? You can target literally like, opening price, and then risk and reward ratio is 5-1. It's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. And this Pepe hasn't gone up a lot, so it has room to run. And a Jasmine, this just popped off today with a God candle. So this looks kind of good right now. I guess you could do some type of trend following on this, but this just popped off very strongly. So it's very hard to do trend following when it pops off super strong, because it needs a big pullback for you to actually get an entry. Another one I like is Stacks, because Ordinal's been popping off very strongly. So this chart looks like the Pepe chart. If it breaks over 75 cents, I might consider getting in. And you can either take your profits at $1 or just do a trend following thing that I described. Stop loss 10%, take profit 40%. It's like a 4-1 risk and reward. And I want to play Stacks because of ORDI, because ORDI's just been popping off, and Stacks is ORDI related. VGX, what is that? VGX, is that freaking Voyager? I think it is. Nah, don't trade that. That's bullshit. It's just like all the bankruptcy coins popping off. You don't want to trade that. This is stupid. Like Luna C's popping off. Like, do you really want to trade bankrupt Luna or FTT? I don't know why FTT is popping off. Like, if FTT is at $5. Yeah, this is stupid. I mean, this could go up, right? But I don't want to trade bankrupt exchange coins. That's just me. Yeah, Looks is also good. Jack. Oh, actually, no, it's not. I'm thinking about the wrong one. Yeah, looks like crap. look like crap. Funny. But no, it does. Don't trade this. This is so dead. Everything's pumping, and look how weak this has been. You don't want to trade this. Like, it's at the bottom of its range. You definitely don't want to trade Looks, Jack. I thought you were talking about Immutable X, because they're all both kind of, I don't know, NFT gaming kind of stuff. Immutable X has been pretty strong, but this has been choppy. Look at this long tail, right? Look at these big candles and long tail. If you're trading futures on this, you get whipped out so quick. So you don't really want to be trading that. Just focus the ones I got on my list. These are strong, and obviously they can still wick you out. For example, yesterday, right? Yesterday when Bitcoin had that quick dump, Solana went down. What is this? 20%, 13%. So the strong coins went down 13%, right? But then the whiplashy coins went down a lot more. So for example, let's take a look at Ethereum too. Like, Ethereum during that fall didn't even go down that much, like 3%. But just looking at the chart pattern, it already broke over its high when the Bitcoin dumped. So Ethereum is very strong. I'm holding Ethereum right now. And yeah. I mean, that's all I had to cover for today. Hopefully that was very useful. Yeah. So right now I'm just in I'm reducing some of my position in Ethereum and Pepe, but I just got these two on my small account trading for fun. Yeah, I bought it at like 1,800 for Ethereum, and then some Pepe. We can take a look at Pepe as well. Yeah, I got Pepe on the dip. What did this look like? Yeah, on the pullback, I got Pepe. Just I expected it to kind of break out if Bitcoin ran. And yeah. So that's the two I'm looking at, and Stacks. I really like Stacks. This big candle yesterday, whiplash candle, I don't like that, because this would have screwed everybody. But if this breaks out 75 cents, I would trade this. So I would definitely trade this.
So Jay, how do you manage all of the coins at the same time? So because you are saying like when the coin exceeds 75 cents, you're gonna trade this, but you have another trading strategy on other coins. Like, how do you monitor all those coins at the same time?
You just create alerts. Honestly, on TradingView, you can create alerts. I don't know if you can create alerts on Pionex too. Probably not. Or if you don't really want to watch it, you can do this new trend line order thing. I think this is only under though, I believe. Yeah, I think this is only good for under the trend line, to be honest. But you can just create alerts on TradingView. For example, on stacks, there's an alert option, add alert, right? And then you can put in the price, and then you can do only once or every time, and then you just create it, and then TradingView will send you an alert. Yeah, it's kind of hard to keep watching all of these, so that's why I have the top watches, like 10 coins or so, and all the other ones are just extra. So that's why I have the strong watches, right? And I'm not entering all of these, by the way. I'm only choosing the one that sets up and I really like. It's hard to manage a lot of different positions. I would suggest you start off with one, to be honest. One or two positions. Yeah. And Slava, yeah, I'm using I'm not using all time frames. It depends on what strategy you're using. I mostly use the daily, hourly. Yeah, daily and hourly, and maybe 4 hour. Oh no, see, I think Benja is saying that there's an option to do that already on the bot.
Creating XLM.
Yeah, he's talking about creating a new bot, Scorpion. So Benja is talking about creating a new bot. When you create a new bot, you can use both XLM and USDT to create it. I'm not sure if you can add investments with XLM only, or that was Scorpion's original question. If he can add investments into his existing bot with XLM. I don't believe you can do that. But when you create a bot, you can use XLM and USDT.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, sir. All right. I hope everybody, I think we had some pretty good viewers today. Hope everybody learned something. And next week, I think I went over it pretty in depth, but next week we can continue talking about this if people are interested, and we will go over some of these trades as well, or some of these top tokens and how they perform next week. And be sure to subscribe to the newsletter to get an early update on our trading plans, which is published every Monday. So make sure to subscribe to that. And I will update you guys on how the stacks and Pepe trades work out. And as I said, over this resistance, you guys could technically enter Pepe and see where it goes. But then my entry was down here, just to give you guys some context. So this is more of a late entry. Oh, Scorpions, it was for creating a new bot. Yeah, you can use both assets when you're creating a new bot. Sorry about that. I thought you meant adding investment. But yeah, everything's kind of like ripping up right now. There's not really that many good entries. See, when on these God candle bars, kind of hard to find a good entry. So yeah, Link might be okay though. Link, if you guys, all right, before we end off, I guess I'll leave everyone off with this one right here. Link. For Link, you could technically do a trade entering at around 15 or 14.90, stop loss at 14. I'll put this here and leave it for next time. And then no target. This is more of a trend following trade, the one we've been talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And but the upside is pretty high. It's like 19. So risk and reward is at least 5-1. So Link looks good, and something you guys could potentially get in for the trend following idea. And as well as Rune. The Rune, I just talked about Rune as well. Rune is something you guys can potentially get in as well. but definitely be vigilant because Bitcoin could crash anytime. That will ruin your whole trading plan and have your stop set. As we have seen yesterday, Bitcoin can dump very quickly. Even though it was bought back up, I know a lot of people got liquidated. So just be sure to have your stop set and watch your orders as well.
Let's check back the strategy next week regarding ruin and link.
What was the? I remember I left a trade last week. What was that one? Kind of want to see how that one worked out. I forgot what it was, but let me see before we end it.
Let me check. I can check it quick.
Yeah, it's a very long video, so I'm not sure. I'm not so sure.
I think we're talking about BTC, right?
I'm not positive. I think it was some altcoins. I think I talked about Solana if it dips, if it has a I think I talked about this. I think I talked about if Solana has a false breakdown. Yeah, I think I said if Solana has like a false breakdown under 38, I would long it. So that's what I was talking about. That's like usually my strategy, not trend following.
Mm-hmm.
It has some type of false breakdown and then reclaims, I would enter here. But it didn't execute because we never got a false breakdown, so I didn't get a chance to execute or enter my position. I think that's the one we talked about. I think there was more, but I'm not too positive. But we will definitely come back to this next week and see if our trades hit, if there's some entries, and see how it goes. And yeah, Kotex, no problem, man. That's what we're here for, to give you guys new trading strategies and share our knowledge. And Benja sent an email a few months ago regarding both suggestions to add token as investment. Also, buy limit orders to add investment to an active grid bot. We will be sure to check that and forward it to our product team and see if there's enough demand for it. We will definitely do something to work on that. Buy limit orders to add investment to an active grid bot. That sounds kind of cool. That sounds kind of cool. Abraham, no problem. Hope you guys learned something. And if you guys want to, I guess we can cover it more in depth as well next week. And my own strategy, which is more fitted for short-term trading. But yeah, I will. We'll check back on our trades, and hopefully they work out. Because most of trading is just managing your risk and seeing if it works out, and a lot of luck. Yeah, Scorpions, my New Jersey friend, no problem. Thank you guys for your time and coming to the live stream. And I hope everybody have a nice weekend. And I'll see you guys next week. As always, thank you guys so much for coming. And give me that like if you guys like the content. All right, cool.
Thank you, guys. And see you guys next week.
See you guys next week.